Almost Adult Podcast.
All right. Welcome back
to the podcast. Dun 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 dun.
Welcome back to the
Almost Adult Podcast. I was gonna say live from London, but no, nothing's live
from London.
Nothing's live from London now. I'm sorry. Nothing's
live.
live from London for the next 2 weeks. They're all in mourning. They can't do nothing.
Queen
They
is
can't do
dead.
anything.
The Queen is dead.
I bet you the airport. Let me stop. Shut down too. I mean, yeah, it
probably
probably
all shut
is.
down.
Yeah, like
everything done shut down.
a monarch hasn't died in like 90 years.
Really? Damn.
Damn near.
Oh shit.
Anyways,
Let's get into this episode today.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about
Self-concept.
Oh, there's a football on your thing.
I know. I'm
How
gonna
cute.
change that.
Okay.
Because we don't. My thing says faith it until you make it. And for those on the podcast, I'm talking about my laptop, but we're pulling up the notes.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're like, what's the password? To give like a little explanation, Shadir is gonna give the explanation for the self-concept. We didn't even know who picked this topic until we clicked on it and realized that Shadir put on.
I know. And this is something that I have been working on. Well, okay, I took a pause on working on this. But when I put this on the topic idea list for the podcast like 2 months ago, I was really big into it. And then I stopped, and now I'm big on it. And hopefully we will all be big on it after this podcast episode. Let's get into
we're
it.
mean.
Yeah, I need to get into this.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
so
a mean girl to myself.
Me too. I think we all are kind of mean girls to ourselves, unless you really, really just had a really great upbringing, and you just really just was immersed into like just positivity
I'm trying to give
and
my kids.
affirmations, and you just really love yourself. But for the 99.9%, listen up. So self-concept is the image we have of ourselves. This image develops in a numerous of ways, including through our interaction with important people in our lives, also interactions with ourselves, also just interactions in general with not so important people. So learn more about self-concept, including whether it can be changed, and a few theories related to self-identity and self-perception. So let's get into it. So you want to go into that?
So we kind of like some of the research that I like found like was just like it's called Rogers 3 parts of self-concept. It's a humanist psychologist, Carl Rogers. He believed that like our self-concept is made up of 3 different parts. The ideal self. This is just the person's attributes, the qualities that you are either possessing or working towards. It is who you envision yourself to be if you were exactly as you want it, like who you want it to be. Like if you had all the marbles in, all the chips in your, and the balls in your corner.
If you think, oh, I need to get my life together, like when you think that, this is the person you think of when you think about that.
Then it's self-image. Self-image refers to how you see yourself at the moment in time. Attributes like physical characteristics, personal traits, social roles, and all role in your self-image. So like essentially meaning like how you treat your body and treat your vessel that your spiritual vessel,
How you see, like how you think about yourself. Do you think you're a good person? Do you think you're a bad person? Do you think you are amazing? Do you think you're terrible?
Yeah, and then it falls into the last category, your self-esteem. How much you like, accept, or value yourself through all that like contributes to your self-concept. Like your self-esteem can affect by a number of factors, including how others see you, how you think you compare to others, and your role in society.
Oh, this is
This is
getting me thinking already. Like,
yeah, like I didn't think like anything about a self concept like until you brought it up. Like I didn't think that was even like a term or anything. I'm not gonna lie. I just think it was just like another word for self esteem. But self esteem is a part of your self concept and who you see yourself.
This feels like something I learned in communication class. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, probably.
Right?
Right.
Like I remember.
I didn't pay
communication
attention.
majors. Woo!
Oh yeah, we
a
all
lot of different random shit.
like
But
Plato's
anyways.
and Aristotle. Like
why? Anyway.
But I do think, the reason, so just to give you guys background how I even came about this, I'm a big researcher. I'm an avid researcher. All I do is research, and all I do is try to improve myself, even though sometimes I have to chill on that. And I just was like looking on Tumblr. Yes, I'm one of the few people on Tumblr. And I was scrolling and I came across self-concept affirmations, and they were talking about what is self-concept. And because I've been on this journey for a while, I'm trying to raise my self-esteem. My self-esteem transparency moment is not the best in different ways. So I was just trying to figure out how to make it rise a little bit more, or have more of a higher self-esteem, or have a better confidence. And self-concept was one of those factors that I came across, or one of those things I came across, where they were like, you got to focus on this first. You got to focus on how you view yourself first, and then everything will kind of fall in line. And I 100% agree with that. And I can't wait to talk more about this and kind of dig within ourselves to see what our self-limiting beliefs are, which we'll get more into what the heck that even is, what our self-concept is.
Okay.
Like, so I guess we
like
could say
learning.
like, what do we think of ourselves?
Okay. One of you guys go first.
I'll go first.
I actually have a list.
Since I'm learning. I've never, well, not that I've never seen this before, but like I just anyway. Okay. Some things I don't like about myself.
No, what do you see? How you see yourself?
How do I see myself?
Yeah, let's not
Current. Let's not like self-load. Okay.
Like,
Like how do I see myself right now in this moment? Okay. I see myself as like under construction. I feel like that would be like a good like phrase. I don't know. I feel like I'm like very much like overhauling my whole like I guess self-concept. I mean, like, I feel like I've just been going through a lot of, like, major changes in life in the past couple years, but in the recent year or two, I feel like I've just been under construction. I don't know. I feel like I've had to, like, how do I explain it? Like, I feel like I've had to revert in a certain way to, like, negative ways, I feel like. Right, I don't know. It's like hard to explain, but I feel like I've had to do that to now like figure out what my higher self is gonna look like. Because I feel like maybe who I was just wasn't cutting it, or like I don't know. I don't also feel like a lot of the stuff I liked before I don't like anymore. So it's like rediscovering that. It's like hard. So I just feel like sometimes I don't know myself because like I'm just like changing so much, and it's like, well, I'm trying to like put things into place of like what I think I like and like. Yeah. So it's a lot. And sometimes I feel like I don't know what's going on. Like, what am I gonna be like? Yeah. And I also feel like time is moving too fast, and I don't know how it's gonna catch up. So I don't know. I feel like I could be doing more with what I have, like my resources, and like I could be like more thankful. But I'm learning. I'm not gonna like beat myself up. I'm just growing. But I feel like this under construction phase has got to end at some point. Like I feel like I need to like. Be built.
So you see yourself as like 95 traffic right now?
Yeah, literally. Maybe 676.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I do see myself as accomplished according to a society. I feel like I pretty much did a lot that I said I was going to do. Yeah. But unfortunately, I am still not 100% happy, and I'm realizing at the big 2-5 that just because I have all of these things, these physical, I guess, accomplishments or materialistic accomplishments that just because I had these like materialistic accomplishments doesn't mean that's going to be the route to happiness. Yeah. And I also see myself as being literally a magnet or addicted to chaos. I feel like sometimes I get so bored with peace that I just go actively look for things to destroy that peace. And I do that through everything will be perfectly fine in my life. And all of a sudden my mind is like, you still didn't do this though. Remember that thing that you did 5 years ago? Oh, right. You still look a mess. You still haven't done this. You still haven't done that. Da 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 da. And then all of a sudden, I'm in this cycle of self-improvement. And then I'm on the cycle of self-comparison because I'm trying to reach this goal that I set myself on again. And I'm just on this active cycle of chaos.
When is it the goalpost and you're going to get like a...
Yeah, it's like I'm always on a goal. I'm so tired of this goalpost. And I'm like... Okay, I'm finally here. No, you have another inch to go. Hurry up. And that's like my mind all the time. It's insane. I can never, like, anytime, like, now it's like a little bit easier because I'm like more self-aware. But like anytime I'll be at a good space, I swear to you not, my mind will just be like, but remember what you did that one year that was super embarrassing? That was so dumb of you. Why would you do that? Right. Or, you know, you still haven't done this yet. Like, you still haven't, what's it called? Or remember when that person left you? Remember when that person left you for this other person? Remember that? You're not good at this. You're not good at that. You don't deserve love. You don't deserve this. So, like, my mind be beating me up. I'd be losing.
I feel that.
That was very transparent of me, too.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go that deep, but I did, so you're welcome.
Cool. You're welcome.
For all you guys.
But, no, it's... that's another thing that you should say. Like, you should be able to be open and vulnerable like that and not have to be like, thank you, you're welcome, Farian.
No, I'm saying it like as a joke though. No, like not. No. Like you're like kind of like like I was very open, but like this it is, I guess. No, it was a joke. I'm not dead serious about like, oh, thank me for being open. Like what? Like what? No, it was just me joking. But yeah.
Okay. How do I see myself? I guess my concept is someone very impatient, stubborn, like always trying to achieve stuff the half-assed way, I guess. Yeah. It's like I feel like I want to do all this stuff, but my brain thinks I have no time to do it. And I see myself as someone who can be confident and majestic and this complex human person, but like she doesn't have any friends and she doesn't have any like actual trueness to what she wants in her life, and like what is the meaning of life, and what is like, why do I have to constantly do certain things? And I don't know, this is very much my 12th house and my 8th house placements. Playing. That's that, like, you know, this inner conscience of like, okay, so I get this amazing job, I get this house, I get married, what now? And that's like what's always goes through my mind. And like this idea of is like, how can I be so cruel to myself when I know that I'm being mean to myself? I hear myself being mean to myself, and even though I apologize to myself, it's like, okay, what are you going to do then? Like, when are you going to truly love yourself? When are you going to truly see that, like, you're always tired because you're depressed? Like, what are you going to do about your depression? What are you going to do about your anxiety? What are you going to do? Are you going to just keep on this cycle? Like, I'm always the type of person that goes, how long is this going to take for it to end? Like, when is it going to be, like, what's going to happen? So say, for example, like, I go to the gym consistently every single day. Back in my mind is like, when is this what's going to happen where I'm going to get back into the cycle of being depressed and not working out? Like, that's kind of what goes through my, when is this going to end? Like, essentially, like, when is this going to be the part of my life where it's going to be like, you know what, I'm not doing it no more. That's like always like that's how I feel about myself. I feel like I'm always trying to do all this stuff left and right, but like I'm not truly appreciating it. I don't feel like I'm living in it. I'm just doing it just because. So, yeah, that's kind of what I feel about myself. I don't feel like I'm here.
Me neither.
Like I feel like I'm just waking up and doing. I don't know. I like myself.
I feel that.
I feel that too.
I don't know. I feel like I'm too much here. Like I need to go somewhere else.
Not too much here. What does that
like,
mean?
Please. Like I just feel like it's all so like real. Like I just feel like I'm getting beat up by life right now. Like, oh, karma from something. And then, oh, now you're poor. Okay, cool. Now I am like I just don't know. I feel like I'm just getting like life like all at me at once, and I'm just like wasn't prepared for all that. But,
yeah.
Okay.
It's funny how
let's catch up. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but let's see how I can.
It's funny how self-concept can like kind of hinder you from seeing all the good.
Seriously.
And like really, like it could be like one bout of bad, and because of your self-concept, it literally clouds everything. It's like it's this one dose of your life sucks. This one little thought that your life sucks that can just completely cloud everything, and because of your self-concept kind of is also negative, your negative thoughts are going to pass through even more, and then you just think your life sucks and everything sucks, and why am I even here, and everything else. It's so annoying. And it's like I don't know, like, and it's like going into the topic, like, how did this even happen? Why do you feel like this? Like,
who told you that?
Who told you that?
Because essentially that's what it is. Like, who put it in your who was someone that you loved and cared and you respected that like hurt you that way? Because like it's essentially that. It's not you in a crazy weird way. It's someone you heard this from someone else and you took it and made it your own.
Right. Because when you think about it, it's not you. You didn't come into the earth thinking all these things about yourself. You were just living. You were the most present you can ever be until someone who, and you can't even necessarily blame them because it's just past generational. So like it's just someone who's teaching you what they taught them, and on with the line of generations, and it's difficult, but I'm so glad that we're in a society that like we're beginning to understand this and begin to work through it so we don't continue to pass it on to the future generations to come.
It's like, why do I have to say that? Like, why does, for example, Sunny, why do you have to feel like you have to be under construction? Like when it's like if we said that like about you, or we said that if you heard that from me, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, you're doing this, that, the fourth, you've done this, you've done that. Same thing, like, saying like, I feel like karma's just keep coming back to get me. Like when you hear other people say it, you're like, you look at them like, no, like this is who you are. This is what we see from you. And the self-concept is like, sometimes you can, I guess like what I'm trying to say is like, your self-esteem and like what you feel and could contribute to, like how it says you can contribute to like society and what you want. But when someone in society sees you say that about yourself, and you sees that your negative talk about to you, and or you see someone do that, you're like, that doesn't make sense, because what I see in you clearly is not that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, like, it's hard because like I can see myself being so negative, and it's not my fault, but like I can't stop it. Like there's no way I can stop. I mean, there's probably ways I can stop it.
Yeah.
But it's like my brain is chemically imbalanced right now and doesn't want it because this is what it's comfortable with. Maybe.
Yeah, and then we have to
That's what it is.
That's why we have to like be so, like, we really have to like, I don't want to say work hard, but you have to work kind of diligently to change your brain around, because like this is not it's not like this is how it's made. That's not how it's made. It's just that's what it was adapted to. That's how it was formed to, custom to, and it's like kind of up to us, because there are people who probably had the worst self-esteem and brought it to the highest self-esteem, and vice versa. Some people had, because I remember when I was younger, I was super confident in myself. I had no type of doubt ever. I just thought I was going to be everything.
I was so shy.
Really? I was so vibrant, and I talked to everyone. I went up to everyone. I was just, and I didn't even like, I didn't even feel any type of way about anything. And like now it's like, I mean, I am confident, but then again, like I'm not. It's
not
weird.
in the way you want to be confident.
Yeah. Like I don't want to say it like I just have the worst.
So what's crazy is like, so you know, Sunny was telling me like how she saw me like in high school when I thought I honestly in high school thought I was the most annoying, loud, crazy person. And like Sunny's like, no, I thought you were cool. Like
I thought you were cool. I mean, because I was in a lower grade than her, so you always look up to people who are like older than you. But anyway,
still, I don't think that at all about myself. I didn't think anyone thought that about me. I didn't think. I just like I thought I was just so annoying.
Like I don't even know if you were there by the time I got on the volleyball team, but I feel like seeing you around school was probably like another reason why I joined the volleyball team. I was like, she's cute. Like that's cute. Like they seem like they have so much fun. Like I want to do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like how people view you and how you actually view yourself. It will be pretty much completely like better, and for the most part.
Yeah, I always like. I'm like, I wish I can dance like nobody's watching. I wish I could like. I like be that fun friend, the life of the party, and all that.
Like no one's
so
watching.
when I like, so I've okay. So during the pandemic, it put me in that thought, that mind space that like I'm not fun. I'm not cool. Like no one wants to hang out with me. Nobody wants to do anything. Nobody wants to go out and go party and dance.
Girl, as soon as they say that party thing is happening,
can I tell you that my friends Kyla and Kati was like, oh my gosh, Becky was so fun last night. She was dancing. I was like, wait, go ahead.
Fun.
Like she was really like,
and like that's the crazy. So drive brunch I went and I had to dance, like sing for my lip sync for your life. Like it was like a little cute thing. And I posted it and I just saw people from like middle school, high school, and was like, oh, I'm so glad you're still the same Becky that used to just dance like nobody was. I'm like,
that's so cute.
I was sobbing because like I was like, see, like I knew that, like in my head I'm like, I know that's not how I am. I know I will dance like if there's music on. I will be I want to make the best and be like, everyone watch me like appearance wise. Like that's like the Leo Mars to me, like the very much like my drive to gain attention and make people feel like it's fun to be around me. And
obviously I have that too, but
like I can't believe I can't believe I thought that, like, about myself. And I knew that wasn't true, but, like, my brain was like, no, like, nobody's texting you to hang out. Nobody's asking you to go here. Nobody's asking you to do this. So, like, where does that make sense? It's crazy. Like the same thing with the friendship thing. You were like, well, hey, it sounds like you're talking very negative about yourself and your self-concept, so.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, because it's definitely, I mean, it's funny. I'm, like, thinking about different concepts. Like, I thought I would, like, have to work to be a really good friend. Like, I don't know, like, something in me was like,
and it's like,
no, you're not that good at being a friend. You got to work really hard
to be a friend. That's not true. That's not true at all. And, like, that's another thing. It was like, when you were saying that, I was just like, no, like, you've helped me so much, even though, like, even though I'm older and, like, you've been through, like, we have the same field, so you have understanding and better things, and you've helped me with certain things that you didn't that I didn't know I needed help with, like, you know, standing my ground, standing up for myself, asking for what I want, applying the jobs, take which one you think is going to be better, you know, like that whole conversation when I was deciding if I just wanted to stay at that one marketing the marketing doing cable, or going to the marketing firm, or the $60K job, even though I got ghosted from it, that you were like, no, like, if that comes along and they want to interview you, you take it, you take what you need. And that's somebody I never thought I'd have in my life, like somebody who I could go to and, you know, talk to and get advice, like, and, you know, even when you came over to pick up the ring light and we had that conversation, we talked for like an hour or two about just like, you know, you wanting a new job and, like, you know, apartments and how much, like, you were getting ready to move and finding a new apartment and how rent's really expensive and, like, all this stuff. And I'm telling you, like, you know, like, we were just having, like, just a casual conversation. Yeah. Like, I've never thought I would have someone in my life to be that type of friend and who wants to have fun. So I just wanted to tell you that, because, like, that's what I'm saying is, like, I can see...
That's what fly or something.
That's what I'm saying is, like, you see other people say stuff about themselves that's clearly not true.
Wow.
But it's like our brains are our worst enemy.
You know, y'all having that conversation just gave me like another self-concept that I was thinking about. But like, I never realized how good I was at like cultivating like communities, or like cultivating like environments for people. And like, I think about like, because I was like reposting like the Association of Black Journalists at Westchester, and like how like I made that club a thing when I was a senior, and like they're just it's gonna keep, you know, hopefully keep happening. No, you're good.
No, I was like the guys, but that's so great.
Yeah, right. And I was just thinking about how this is like it's kind of similar. Like if it was like an idea that I just thought of, you know.
No, that's
and amazing. I'm just so happy that I like opened it up, because I was really not going to. I was like, this is my idea. I'm gonna host it by myself. But like, I just saw how like Becky was so like involved and like very interested. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, let's just, because clearly it just can't be just me, you know. But I mean, just even in like within all of that, like people would tell me like, you know, like I just thought you were so like innovative and like creative, and you're such a leader, and I would be like, what?
The bitch, I felt
like,
the
excuse
same
me?
Yeah.
Like, this guy that went to high school with my boyfriend was actually, like, one of the founding members of my club at Westchester. And they had seen each other at the mall. And, like, I guess he works in the mall somewhere now. And it's like, I feel like I'm not doing anything with my life. And, like, when Sunny graduated and I was the president, like, I feel like I didn't do half as much as she did. And I was just like, I feel like I didn't do shit either. It's like, what do you mean?
Right.
Like, just the way we, like, think about ourselves and, like, turn shit negatively. And it's like,
no,
wow.
It's crazy. You really do be looking at yourself mad crazy. I'm like,
right.
I'm still thinking of, like, I remember, like.
And you're like, that's a good idea. Do it.
Right. I'm, like, thinking now, like, there were times where I was just, like, I'm not doing enough with Hella Bomb Boss. I'm not doing anything. I'm not that, and like, I'm not doing much.
And to be honest, half the girls you interviewed for that, or like half the people you interviewed are like, you know.
Yeah, I did interview
very successful people, and like.
Yeah.
You did interview hella people. But
I did interview hella people. I'm actually getting back into that. But
okay. Yeah, but like, we put our time in the things that we think are comfortable, and like shape our concept that we think is gonna best. Like, I remember I was doing a fitness Instagram, a makeup Instagram, and a regular Instagram, and like that had all of them together, and what kind of like was like an eye-opening, which also gives me like actualization, is like Alex was like, pick one. Like, you're doing too much. Pick one. You're doing way too, like, and that's why it's stressing you out. Like, pick one and put your heart and soul into it. And if it doesn't work, do the other thing. And you know, we're so afraid. My self-concept is like, I'm always afraid to fail and look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
And that makes me think about something else. Because I've been like really sorry if you were about to say something.
No.
I've been like really overthinking like this whole social media thing, and like what to post on TikTok, and like I see people have like all these different accounts, and like I feel like if I want to do like vlogs, but also do like music reviews, I can't do it on the same page. And
yes,
like
the hell you can.
I saw this one girl with all this random shit on her. I was like, girl, this girl did a fucking album review and then talked about her hair the next video. Like, it's not that deep. Like,
yeah.
And I just overthink myself to the point where I'm like, well, I'm not gonna do it. Like,
that's how
I have so
too.
many drafts. I have so
Me
many
too.
ideas.
Post it up. Post it up.
crazy.
I know. I felt the same way too. I thought I would have to split up Dating Dear with Hellabon Boss. I was
Crazy.
like, oh no, you can't have all the. No. Just put that all in.
It's all on your profile. It's all you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy how like it's crazy, but
because ultimately people are just gonna start coming for you.
Right.
For your personality. Because when you think about it, when you see all these different people who are pretty much famous because of how they're talking, they do a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they are literally signing and subscribing and following for you. Like it's you that they are looking for. It's not all the things you're talking about. It's you. So like that doesn't even matter. So post, and everyone that has this like the limiting belief that your thing isn't going to work, your TikTok's not going to work, your YouTube's not going to work, your business not going to work, just start now, and that will just kind of help dismantle some of those limiting beliefs.
What's good, you know.
Yeah, because there's a thing on what is it called? Crap. There's this thing I saw that was like when you like kind of like over plan something versus action. Like you do like
planner.
Yeah, and I do that a lot.
That's me. Oh my God.
I'm a planner, but not an action taker.
Right.
With the Dating Dear products, I was planning the hell out of that. I know I didn't want to put that up. Then I finally put it up. And I was like, you know what? F it. Got it done in literally a day. I was like, you know what? Put it out. See what it's going to be. You never know. People might love it. People might, what's it called? Who cares? Let's see. It's life. We're 20-something years old. You know?
So yeah, self-concept, it's kind of like a pyramid too. It looks like, when you become, fully aware and, knowing like, I don't know, it's like, the psychology of like, it says breathing, food, water, sex, sleep, like,
she's reading a triangle, guys, too.
Yeah. Well,
We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah. There's like a triangle of
safety, security of body, employment, resources, mortality, the family, health, and property.
Wait, this is called something of the Maslow's psychological needs or something.
Hierarchy of needs or something like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. This looks like something we learned in
sexual intimacy. Like, so when you don't feel safe, so like, the idea we don't want to do something is because maybe we might not have money. Might not feel safe, the security of doing. And then, like the love and belonging, friendship, family, and sexual intimacy, like how I feel with friendship and stuff.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, that's definitely,
you can do this.
I think it's important too, because when you, okay, there we go. There you go. Sorry, guys. I'm like trying to
it's small.
see this.
It's small.
I'm like, what is?
And then your esteem, your confidence, achievement, respect of others, respect by others, and sex, self-actualization, mortality, creativity, spontaneity. Spontaneity. Why did I say it like
spontaneity?
Problem solving, lack of prejudice, acceptance of facts. So this all goes into I feel like if you don't have one, you're negative about it.
Or even like if you don't, like if you're still stuck on maybe like safety, it's going to be hard for you to accept, love and belong. It's going to be hard for you to get to esteem. It's going to be hard to get to like self-actualization. Like I feel like you have to make sure you are paying attention to all the needs that you need. It's not just about, like you said, getting like food and water. It's not just about the first or the second one, which is like the psychological and the safety. It's also about making sure that you have love and belonging. Some people feel like they don't need friendship. Some people think they could just be by themselves, and you can be by you can love your own company, be by yourself, but humans crave connection, and that's okay. And humans crave intimacy, and that is also okay. And starving yourself of that is going to be hard for you to reach the level of self-esteem and reach the level of self-accusation that is shown on this needs pyramid. So this is really an important pyramid that I feel like that we feel like everyone should, right? Like
I feel like and I agree. Like if you don't feel comfortable in one of them, like having one of them, like the safety in terms of like money, employment, resources, like, you know, this comes into just like in general of privilege and like being able to like have those resources, because not everyone has the resources alone. So like, you know, your self-concept could be like, well, I don't have money, I don't have resources, so I don't feel worthy of getting this stuff. So it ties into that, and then that in itself like could be a problem. I mean, not only in like yourself but in society. So.
Yep. 100%. I'm so glad that you brought this up, because I saw this in psychology class, and I saw this in my sex education class in college. Really? And like, yeah, I think it might have been that class. I don't know, but that was a really good class. I think it was here. I think it was the sex class. But anyway, and it just always makes remind me like you have to go back to the basics and then work your way up.
Yep.
Like stop trying to, okay, like for instance, okay, you're trying to go to self-esteem, but you don't eat 3 times a day. You barely drink water. I'm actually really putting myself out here right now because you don't drink water. You don't take care of your basic needs. You barely get any sleep. I don't got a budget.
Like, fuck.
Like okay, you want to get to self-esteem, but, you know, you don't really.
Right. There's a lot of things you got to get in order.
You don't really take care of the basic necessities.
Exactly.
And I don't either. So, like, it's like we got to start from ground zero.
We'll start from ground zero.
Under construction.
So, Tap is starting from ground zero.
Yeah, and I think we should also give just to wrap this up.
Maybe not ground zero.
Just to give tips to help. Like if you have the security, if you have, you know, the resources and the food, and you're eating healthy and taking care of your health needs, going to the gym and stuff, but you're still not feeling like you're hitting that self-esteem part, the esteem and self-actualization, which that is kind of also finding your higher self. I feel like this is all spiritually connected, and as it's being in the moon in Pisces,
isn't that crazy? We're
really like releasing this. We need to release this. Like,
might have burned a lot of paper today.
Yeah. 10
release the
10 things that could help improve your self-concept is be kind to yourself. These are kind of cute little things, but I found like 10 ways to, I just found like a 10 little thing
to improve yourself. Cool. The first way is to
be kind to yourself. The things you say to yourself are way more powerful than you think. Accept who you are. Get moving and stay active. Get moving and stay active. Get moving and stay
Wait, you breezed through accept who you are. Talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah. Oh, accept who you are. I'm still.
Well, I mean, we just have to. The good and the bad, and we talked about this in the car. The good and the bad and the ugly, you just have to accept all of that. Like the things that
I'm not a cook.
Oh, girl, me neither.
I'm not I'm not the baker, the candlestick maker.
You're not the clean girl aesthetic. There's no aesthetic to my life.
No.
It just is what it is, and accepting that, and not comparing yourself to others.
Yes.
And just loving who you are and accepting who you are.
And accepting the things that you can't control.
Yes.
Get moving and stay active. Get moving and stay active.
Honestly, I definitely need that
1000%. In my, my chart, my Aries moon, and, you should, spiritual, if you're spiritual and you know your moon and stuff, depending on what type of moon you have, I have a fire moon. So, to release my emotions and release my intense emotions, like my huge anger, impatient anger, it's best to work out, go for a walk and stuff, but I just have to do it. Like
Well, then what should I do if I'm an air moon?
I don't know.
More.
Sorry, I don't know.
Right, fly
I
airplane.
Thought of myself.
Right, I don't know.
This is all I know.
Yeah,
right, that's that fire sign shit.
She said, this is all I know. I looked into myself.
Yeah,
that's fire
Aries.
Sign
that's
shit.
an Aries.
Right.
The fourth one, welcome mistakes as part of growth. I have such a hard time with this one, y'all. Because I'd be like, well, I should have never made that mistake. You're going to make them all your life. It's part of the human experience. The sooner you accept that, the better life will be. Yeah. Trust.
Yeah, that falls into the next one, to forgive yourself often. Forgive what you can't control. Like,
forgive your mistakes.
Yes.
And you can forgive the same mistake that you made, you know? Like, even if you say, I forgive myself for this mistake, and you're still dwelling on that mistake, you can still forgive yourself for that mistake again. Yeah. Just keep on forgiving.
I have a feeling I'm going to be like 40. Like, don't remember that. Forgive yourself for that.
Like, please stop.
You were only 20.
You were only, like, that was 20 years ago.
It's more than saying sorry.
And I feel like having our own kids one day is going to, like, trigger all this stuff. Because, like, oh my God, look at what they're doing. Oh my God.
It's going to give you deja vu. Like,
pray my kids. Jeez.
Did this just happen? Or is this all going through my child?
Yeah.
So what's the next one? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Surround yourself with supportive people.
Exactly.
No, that's really important. I feel like friendships, cultivating like actual supportive friendships is going to be crucial. Because like, even though this is about self-esteem and self-concept, again, what we said in the beginning, the history of it, a lot of times these self-concepts is based upon who you're hanging around or who you're around. And it's not going to help your self-esteem if you're around negative Nancy's and hating Hannahs.
Hating Hannah.
Dang, Hannah.
And then,
can I do this one?
Yes.
Woo!
I feel like this is a big one for me. But focus on what you can change. And then do not, just to follow up, focus on what you can't change. Again, we said it already. Please just focus on what you can change. There's a lot of things in life that you cannot change or edit, delete, whatever.
What's that thing called? What focus on grows? I feel like it's better than that.
Ooh, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about. Like, what is that?
Every time we focus on the things that we cannot control, it just grows. And then you just get even more annoyed because you cannot control it. And then you're just in this pile of because you can't control it and you're just stuck. Like, you're just stuck. So I definitely agree with that one 100%. And then the last one, you gotta do what makes you happy.
Okay.
You gotta do what makes
you
right.
Yes.
The vocals came out a little bit, period.
And I think you could tie this to your inner child and your inner self.
Yeah.
On theme, on brand.
On theme, on gram. Oh, on brand.
Is go back to our tap into your inner child and do one of them things. Do something that like brings you happiness. It could be getting that Starbucks drink. Oh, actually, I really want some Starbucks.
Hula hooping, go bike riding, watch your childhood movies. I used to like Anastasia a lot.
Yeah. Oh my God. One step at a time. One hope.
Rest in peace, Aaliyah.
I don't know the words by heart,
but from the song from Anastasia.
No, I do know.
People
but I don't know the
always say
life is full of choices. No one ever mentions fear. Period. The Aaliyah version is the best version. Anyway.
I love it. And that is it, guys. We hope that this helps.
Yes.
And, you got...
Hold us accountable.
Thinking,
find an accountability partner.
Oh, that's the bonus. That's the bonus because that can help. Oh, a self-concept accountability partner. I think honestly, even though this is about self, community definitely does help. Like,
can someone hold me accountable? I'm sick of holding everyone accountable.
No, we can hold you accountable. Let's all hold each other accountable.
Side-eyeing.
I don't
because I'm like.
Right, I can barely hold myself accountable.
Where the fuck is Sunny's song?
Where the fuck?
Right. Where's your EP?
Music thing in here. I don't know.
Let me stop. I'm playing it.
I don't know.
I'm just messing around, guys.
I'm sorry. I don't know where it is.
No, it's okay. It's all right. Okay, guys.
I don't know.
All right.
Bye, guys.
See you next episode.
Bye.